Well, welcome everyone. In case the actual unboxing portion isn't really fit for the video, I'm gonna do it right here once again. This is my second take on it. As you can kind of see, I have everything out already out of the box because I think this can go without the unboxing, but we'll see. Anyway, so what we have here today in the video is the Ryobi Automotive pressure washer. This does come with a rating of 1200 psi and of course the claimed 1.8 GPM. So this pressure washer from Ryobi has been selling like hotcakes. Why is that? Well, as we already unboxed it, we definitely see a lot out of a package like this, right? And first off, this thing is pretty small. This is like actually a lot smaller than I imagined. I can kind of lift it to show you guys in relation to me. I'm right around 5'10" or maybe at max 5'11", but this is a pretty small device. I would compare this to like a shoe box, like a kid's shoe box or something for like kids shoes. Yeah, very, very compact for something that claims to be 1200 psi, but of course the 1.8 GPM. I feel like my Karcher Cube is a little bigger than that. I mean, there is more bulk on it because it has some sort of like storage space that comes with it, which is why it gives it that cube appearance. But of course, this package that it comes with is very atypical when it comes to the comparisons of other pressure washers, especially if you want to compare them to ones from like certain companies, especially with Ryobi, because Ryobi is the tool company sort of name that's tied with, I would say, more of like the home use versus commercial use. Not to say that you can't use it in the commercial space, but would you? I don't know. That's something for the individuals, right? But for me, I like Ryobi. You can't go wrong with it. I mean, I would say it's kind of like the Toyota of these sort of power tools. You just can't go wrong with it. You know, most of them, I would say at least, most of them are pretty well built. There are always going to be some misses, just like Toyota, right? In the past, you know, even the Prius had a huge braking issue, and there was a huge recall on that back in the day. That was big. That was big for Toyota. Anyway, the point is that Ryobi is a pretty renowned brand, and typically their pressure washers don't really come with a whole lot to offer, right? Especially, you know, your most typical ones that have the 1800 psi rating, 1.2, those ones, right? This looks just like the other ones, and yet this will have more performance in a way, which is like kind of mind-boggling, especially with what else it comes with. So one of the other sort of like standouts is the shotgun that it comes with, right? Because typically pressure washers don't come with a shotgun. They come with like that longer gun that's more for like home use, like you know, if you want to like blast your house or concrete, whatever, patios and your brick walls and other such things. You can use them there. If you have like a larger vehicle, sure, like RVs and stuff like that, sure. But typically most vehicles kind of ask for a shotgun just because it's more mobile, it's more compact, it's like way less bulk to it. So it's actually really nice of Ryobi to actually provide a shotgun of sorts. And it actually is like a very typical shotgun of like your, you know, if you like dig into the pressure washer hole, this is like a typical design. So it's actually kind of surprising considering, you know, it's Ryobi, right? It's just a power tool company. Like, you wouldn't think they would actually pay attention that much to the automotive part of, especially automotive washing or detailing. Like, because I think, you know, it's good, it's cool that they actually showed that they've noticed, and they know that a lot of, you know, commercial detailers, mobile detailers especially, are using Ryobis to get the job done. So it's actually nice of them to actually come out with this so that they can provide that sort of like real nice performance for what you want in an automotive pressure washing, but in a more accessible package like this. Because you get the short gun and these nice rubber tips right here, right? They're all color coded the same across the board. So like the white one will always be 40 degrees. The orange one will always be 15 degrees, you know? And yeah, these are actually pretty cool because they're like plastic with the rubber coating on the outside. And in case you like do hit your mirror or something on the car, won't be too bad in comparison to something like, you know, your typical pressure washer tip. Now, of course, if you like, let's say, don't put on the tip right and you go ahead and blast it, then that's a whole different story because this thing's a lot bigger and I imagine it'll carry more kinetic energy. And especially when it's swinging and then you have this metal part hitting the car, ooh, that's a bad day. But on top of that too, the quick connect is pretty decent feeling like that. Even when you can like actually perform it or do this quick connect with one hand, like that. Pretty decent feeling, but the sort of little warning I like to give out is that the box actually shows like stainless parts if you look closely on the gun, but the gun itself here has brass parts. So this is all brass. Even this part is strangely like a different color, but it's brass. And then this part, ignore the swivel tip right here, but this part right here above it is also brass. This swivel tip does not come with it. I put it on myself just now. But yeah, all that being said though, this is pretty nice for something that's out of the box. And that's like the key phrase here. Out of the box, this whole unit, this whole package is really nice. Not only they provide a nice short gun, but they provide a pretty good length hose, which is 40 feet. The material itself is okay. It'll get the job done, but you definitely want to eventually upgrade because I heard it actually restricts the performance. So it actually holds back that potential like noticeably from the people who actually really go into like that deep testing, like Kiev. So yeah, you definitely want to eventually upgrade the hose, especially if that's the first thing you want to upgrade your pressure washer. It's definitely the hose. It also comes with this extension one right here, and it also comes with this angled bent part right here. That way you can actually like connect it to the gun like this, and now you can like spray onto your roof like a little more easier. And it actually, forgot to mention this part though, the caveat to this sort of design is that it's angled in such a way that your typical arm position is not parallel with the tip of the gun. You see how it's angled up like this? So that's why you have to aim it lower or turn your wrist lower just to straighten out the gun, right? Because otherwise, yeah, I mean, it does typically look like a gun, like a real gun, and you definitely want that angle. But when you're pressure washing, not so much, because you're just gonna shoot straight like this. And I have a McKillen's swivel gun that's very much ergonomic in that sense and by comparison. But again, all that said, this is really nice though out of the box. The only next upgrade I would like urge you to do is buy yourself a swivel tip like this. You definitely want to make sure it's the right size for it. And yeah, it's actually really nice because it swivels, which means when you're like unwinding the hose, this will turn, not the gun. And when you try to turn the gun to, you know, spray your car or whatever, it'll twist the hose and that'll mess up your hose definitely. Especially for a hose like this, it's not gonna last too long in comparison. So you definitely want a swivel tip for sure. I kind of wish it did come with it. One of my only other gripes for it. But otherwise, yeah. Trigger is pretty decent. It's a little tight by comparison to the McKillen's gun, but nothing to complain about too much. What's also nice on the unit is that it does come with some holes to store your tips. You can kind of see right here. And you can pull it out like this. And let me show you what the holes look like. Like right there, you can put the tips right there to store them. And then of course it comes with a handle, you screw it on and stuff like that. And then you have the cord permanently in there. You notice also there's the inlet right there, outlet in the front. So it all kind of makes sense. It's pretty straightforward, right? And of course the cord comes with the little breaker thing right here in case the unit somehow overloads. It's supposed to shut off, that way nothing happens. And then the other thing that it's included in here is of course this little foam cannon right here, which is actually I believe one of the better ones out there in comparison to all the little foam blasters that it comes with. Yeah, it's still a foam blaster at the end of the day. It will cover your car, but it won't be like that showy, shaving cream thick foam. This is not gonna do it. You definitely want to get a actual foam cannon if you want to get that foam. But otherwise, I would probably use this actually for like rinseless wash stuff because of course rinseless wash doesn't typically foam anyway. I would use this to like get the car covered real fast. So I'll actually save this for later use for myself. But otherwise, this is what it typically looks like with the foam cannon. Like that. Kind of cute, if I say so myself. And then, typically I don't do this, but let's just take a look, see what it looks like. Yeah. This is what it looks like with the foam cannon on there. And once you put the liquid in there, it's a whole different story because it'll be pretty heavy unless you hold it like this and then you wash the car like that. But yeah, other than that, the quick connects feel decent. The gun feels pretty good. But you have to remember that this is all, it all comes with this one package right here, all for $150, which is very, very actually like a very good value, all things considered. Because typically you're gonna spend probably over another $100, depending on how really far you want to take your pressure washer with. Like, there's all kinds of accessories out there that you probably don't really need, but people want to just have fun with their pressure washers. I get it, but for the most part, you're likely going to spend another $100 just to make sure you're getting the best out of your pressure washer. But as a start, this is really cool though. I mean, I would say. And that is why these things have been selling like hotcakes. I was really lucky actually to snag me one of these very recently. So I just happened to be awake 9 in the morning because I'm like more of like a night owl. So I just happened to be up. I was looking at that web page on Home Depot for this pressure washer, and then when I refreshed, I got lucky and pretty much like hit that add to cart button so fast, and I was able to get this baby pretty easily. So you just have to be lucky, like myself, I guess, and just hope that you can get it quick. Because once that restock notification goes, you're probably too late because it's that fast. These things sell out really, really quick at Home Depot. So I wish the best of luck to you for anyone who wants to get these already. You already know by this point, this thing performs pretty well. That's why I was really enticed to get this as something in between my Karcher Cube and possibly something better in the future. But I think at this point, I might just stick with this, especially once I use this to wash this vehicle right here, which is a brand new 2025 Mini Cooper that my mom got recently. So I'm definitely going to use this, and then I'll come back and show you my ending thoughts for this product. Okay, let's try that one more time. Hopefully nothing else explodes, as you kind of see the aftermath a little bit. I luckily bought myself a new sort of short hose, so I use that. And this is from Flexzilla, so hopefully nothing will go wrong. So let's see what happens. Okay, everything's good. Okay, so we're going to be using the Ryobi gun right here. So it's a little unusual. Snapped right in there just fine. All right, I got the tripod off this time with the gun in one hand. This is gonna be a little awkward because this is a more of an angled gun. I always use the McKillens, so bear with me with my camera work and all that fun stuff. So anyways, Mini Cooper, let's film this on for the first time. Actually works nicely because it doesn't have that slow wind up that my Karcher had. That way I can just stop and then just go without too much worry. Let's get the mirror. And then, yep. Yeah, I know this is a small car, but that was like really fast. That was actually really fast. All things considered, I think the GPM in this is different enough for it to actually make a notable difference, because it is a 1.8 GPM at max. And then, oh, I forgot to do one of these. Oh well. Anyway, CarPro Reset is not the foamiest of soaps. That's fine, but the speed of coverage was noticeably faster. So maybe that is really saying something. I did use the 1.1 orifice for those who care. But yeah, CarPro Reset with a little bit of citrus, just so we can really get that pre-wash going. We do have now the nozzle right here, so let's just see and test. Nice. The stop when it's stopping, there's a bit of a delay there, but when you start, there's a bit of delay as well. Just a little note. Time to just rinse off and see what this is all about. Oh yeah, oh wow. Yeah, the rinse off is real nice. Actually, it does feel a lot different for sure. I'm actually happy with this pressure washer so far. It is some time to get used to because of how it's reacting with my setup, as you can sort of see, but yeah. The pressure washer is nice, the gun somewhat, not so much in a way, because I do feel it in my hand and my arm somewhere. Gun itself is fine as a starting gun, but you definitely want to eventually upgrade from it because of the way it's angled. I can definitely feel over time this not being as ergonomic as first impressions would lead to. But nonetheless, I mean, the trigger pull is actually not that bad, all things considered. It's just long-term use, I don't think it will be as favorable, because I would feel like, yeah, this part would kind of dig into my hand. The grip actually kind of digs into my hand rather than being something of a compliment. And then, yeah, just the angle, because, yeah, I could alleviate that a little bit with the angled nozzle or whatever, the lance extension. But like I said, like, a lot of it really becomes more apparent the more you use it, and that is why you don't really realize or appreciate you know, going from this to something like that. It makes me appreciate this McKillen's gun I've been using all the more. So to finally conclude this little video with this segment, this is now based off my experience with the Ryobi automotive pressure washer after several sessions, not just this one that you're seeing in the video. But first impressions though, definitely I was super impressed with the rinsing ability, the overall performance. But like I said before, the gun wasn't exactly like my ideal type of gun after having to use it enough times. And probably one of the later upgrades you do want to make eventually for this set is probably replace the gun with something else that would be more up your alley. There are definitely plenty of good guns out there at a reasonable price. The one I have is the McKillen's one, which is a bit of an overshot or a bit of an overkill, but it still does really feel good in the hand, and I've been sticking with that one ever since. But there are plenty of them out there for you to choose from, especially with what's coming up in 2026. But the two recommended upgrades for sure for this pressure washer sort of set or bundle is, of course, the hose, and get yourself some quick connects. It'll definitely save you some time. It's just really convenient. It's just one of those essential accessories that you do want to get for your pressure washer. That especially goes to the quick connects. Other than that, I think everything you get from the package is awesome, especially with the little extension lance, and then the tips, of course, are really neat. I think they're a nice little design and addition that it comes with for this pressure washer. And yeah, and just of course, the biggest highlight still for this is the value that you're paying for. Like, I think it's at this point now it is $160. I could be wrong on that, and even so, it'll definitely go on sale at some point. So definitely be on the lookout for that whenever you can. But either way, whether it be $149 or $159, it's still a great value, especially if you're really into car washing / detailing for yourself. If you just want that nice, good all-around performing pressure washer for your car anyway, then this is definitely the one to pick up. It should be easier to pick up though. Speaking of which, I know like a while back it was quite difficult. I just got lucky on mine, but I don't think you really need to feel lucky as you buy this pressure washer, just because I think it's now readily available, hopefully. So again, just keep your eye on it. Go get it. It's something that I really highly recommend as your sort of first pressure washer. I know that, you know, going into 2026, I'll definitely continue to have a great pressure washing experience whenever I do bust out the Ryobi pressure washer. So anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you very much. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button. Really do helps out, and I do appreciate it. So I guess I'll make this a little announcement here real fast. I am a DIY Detail affiliate now, so I will have the affiliate link down below in the description, and there will be a little discount code, 10% off. It is Hawk10. Once you click on that link, and when you buy some stuff, use that coupon code to save us some money, and you'll definitely get yourself some awesome detailing products to go along with your pressure washer. So again, thank you very much, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Sean out.